What team do you support again? Is it?
I support Barcelona in Spain.
Hey,
Yes.
my brand here. Please, let's take a look at the review for sports in the year 2021.
Let's get straight into it. Football, boxing, and all the sporting highlights this year. Thank you, Sadiq Adams. And by the way, Sadiq Adams is the reigning swag journalist of the year. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So let's begin right from just the call-ups to the Africa Cup of Nations.
It's a good blend. For Milo, I was saying it after the announcement that this looks like the work of Milo, 99% his decision and choices, especially with 5 local players. This will be the first time in many, many years that you have such a number of players, especially outfield players being in the Black Stars squad for the AFCON. And it's interesting, but to win the AFCON will be very difficult. Not impossible though, but I believe that winning it will go beyond just the squad.
Let's talk about the qualifications, stages. We also know that we are still in the running for a World Cup place.
Very tedious how we qualified. The victory against South Africa was a Pyrrhic one because the Black Stars ordinarily should have beaten South Africa by 2 or 3 goals, even home and away. That's how it's been for the past 20 years. But the manner in which we were qualified, having to go to FIFA, and the anxiety of waiting tells you that the team is not really in a good shape. I think that the coach came in to make a quick fix, and he did it. Qualify for the AFCON, playoff of the World Cup, and what we need to do is to wait further the match to be able to decide if the team will gel well by then after the AFCON to be able to progress.
And that remains to be seen. But a quick touch on the controversy about that game that led South Africa to file that complaint to FIFA. Was it without any merit?
But I believe that football has come of age, even in the this years of technology, the advancement of it. I don't think that a lot of clubs and national teams have not suffered this, even for the Black Stars. In recent years, a lot of penalty decisions have gone the way of our opponents, and we just have to accept. If you protest, you wait and see what the authorities of the game will do. The point is that you can't do anything when a referee takes a decision on the field of play that is not being found to be influenced by any external forces.
Let's talk about the Ghanaian players abroad. Which of them would you say has been the standout performer, and also with the introduction of Afena-Gyan, who has also gotten a call-up into the Blacks?
Yeah, but in the Ghanaian football context, I think that this year has been very casual, not really a standout player. Last week or so, we were trying to find out the outstanding Ghanaian player abroad, and it was quite difficult based on the statistics and records of performance. You would want to go for Kudus Mohammed if he had not been set back by injuries. Yeah. Twice this year he's gone out of the game for more than 4 months, so it would have been him easily. But I think that getting to the latter part of the year, you can pick Kamaldeen Suleiman of the French Ligue 1, who came into strongly at Rennes, winning Player of the Month in France, in the midst of Mbappe, Messi and Neymar. That was quite huge for him. But the story of Afena-Gyan is one that's really interesting and extraordinary. Not many footballers around the world who have such a career path to be able to rise from school football, and 5 months later you are playing under Jose Mourinho in the Serie A, and getting a call-up into the Black Stars to cap his incredible year. I don't know whether he will come for the AFCON, but that guy has a very bright future. The prospect is already there.
Let's now come to local football. We know that the traditional Accra Hearts of Oak we've seen a slump in form. I don't know whether it's form or it's just the country that is, the team that is suffering a fatigue of all the exploits they did last season.
Everything seemed to have gone wrong for the club. This was not expected, to be honest, because they let go. That's been the usual Ghanaian club. I mean, the pattern was that to win the league and sell most of your top players. But Hearts of Oak were able to keep 99% of their players, with the exception of one player who left the team in Benjamin Efutu. All the players were kept, even with huge advances from other clubs on the continent. But to be able to progress on the continental stage, in the Champions League, in the Confederations Cup, you need more. The players have really lost touch and the edge to win again. And the beating at the hands of WAC really
It was some humiliation, eh?
Complete embarrassment. I believe that it was a huge toll on the team.
Yeah.
And to be called Ghanaian champions and then suddenly be whipped by 6 goals to 1 was something that was difficult for them to deal with, and they've not recovered since that incident. I believe that they needed a psychological, touch to after that walk their defeat, and they had nothing. The coach still needs more hands to work.
So beyond Hearts of Oak, the local scene, which clubs are standing out, which players are making incursions, in the Premier League season thus far?
I think since 1982, no Ghanaian chap has been able to take the league by storm like how Fatawu Isiaku has done.
Okay.
From Division 1 league. Abedi Pele moved from the Coast League as the Coast best player in 81 to RTU in 82 and took the league by storm. Fatawu Isiaku's form and talent is very apparent for everybody to see. 6 games, 6 goals, 3 assists, 3 man of the match, 1 player of the month award for a 17-year-old. But he plays, like he's playing with his age mates at that level. So far in 2021, I believe that he's the standout player in the league so far.
Let's speak about Hazaketh ladies. They've had an incredible year this year, have they not?
It had to be the CAF Women's Champions League to bring them onto the continental stage, but they've been doing this for the past 4 or 5 years, so winning everything, on display on the local scene, winning the Ghana Women's League, winning the FA Cup, winning every other tournament that's organized in the women's division, and I was very glad that there was a maiden edition of the CAF Women's Champions League. They went there, they did their best, got to the final against one of the world-financed women's clubs on the continent, Mamelodi Sundowns. It was going to be difficult for a team that went there by donations from individuals to play against a team that had been promised $14,000 each to win the trophy. So I think the Hazaketh ladies have shown that they are prospects, they are talents.
So you're also watching 2021 in review, sports in focus. Now let's talk about the Olympics. Ghana won the bronze, the boxing bronze. How huge, was that?
The fact that Techi became one of the few boxers to win the SWAG Sports Personality of the Year means how huge his bronze medal winning in Tokyo was. For 29 years, Ghana had not won a medal at the Olympics, and for more than 40 years, to be able to get to that level was very massive for the youngster. But I believe that there were much more stories to talk about at the Olympics, especially for the Ghanaian contingent in athletics, Benjamin Azamati, Paul, Joseph Amwa, Emmanuel Yeboah, and Sean Sofo Entry. This guy has broke a national record that has, been standing for 27 years. You remember Aziz Zakari, the likes of Abu National and all of. I'm sure that if we will be able to get to this stage again, these are the same guys who will be able to win a medal for Ghana at the Olympics.
The end of an era for Barcelona, as many people have said.
Yeah.
What do you think about it? And was it the right time for Messi to leave Barcelona, in your opinion?
He was forced to leave because the club is paying for the way and manner of the divorce between themselves and the beautiful marriage with the Argentine. But apart from that, they're also paying for the lack of financial direction. Messi's enormity was so massive to the extent that he had covered a lot of the broken patches